My husband and I were super excited about my daughter Alana because we have been trying to have a baby. I'd had 2 miscarriages. So when I found out I was pregnant, it was like a miracle. My pregnancy early on was pretty tough. I had a severe morning sickness. I don't know why they call it morning sickness. I had it morning, noon, and night. That was the tough part about my pregnancy. Once I got past the morning sickness, things were a little bit better. At week 36, it was pretty late at night and my water broke and I just lost it for a minute because I knew that it was a little bit early for me to be going into labor. And so I immediately screamed out to my husband and he came running into the room. We weren't prepared at all. My experience in the delivery room was a lot different than what I had expected it to be. I had a birth plan, but then when you go into labor and you go into labor early, there is a certain stress level that goes along with that. You know, the not knowing, you know, the hoping, the wondering. And I sometimes wonder, you know, how much more stress did I add to my birth process? Because in my birth plan, I had skin to skin. It was something that I had educated myself on. It was something that I was determined that I wanted to do because I know the importance of skin to skin when you have a baby. And for me, not being able to do that was really, really hurtful. I still think about, you know, what it would have been like if I was able to do skin to skin, or if I was able to breastfeed those first few moments. So that was the hardest part for me. She was put on a ventilator because she had problems breathing. And to see that and watch that as a mother, you know, who had just given birth to this baby, it was really, really hard.
It's very tough on a mother to come into the ICU every single day, open up the containers with the 2 arms and touch the baby that way. That's not what any woman dreams of.
I was expecting to go the full 40. It never dawned on me that I would have a baby early. I knew that the baby was developed, but there were still things that would be developing in those last 4 weeks. We were really scared. We had lots of questions and lots of concerns.
During the last couple of weeks of pregnancy, your baby's brain and lungs continue to develop each day. And while there may not be immediate problems seen after birth, there can be problems down the road.
Since I talked to my OBGYN and she explained to us the risk, you know, with this baby being preterm, we, you know, immediately just started looking online. It wasn't something that I thought about immediately, you know, when I got pregnant again, that this baby could possibly be preterm as well. But the idea that I had a first baby preterm, that this baby would likely be preterm too, is pretty unbelievable. It scares me to death. It scares my husband, you know, because you don't think about that when you find out you're first pregnant, that you could possibly have another baby preterm. You know, the fact that my baby had problems breathing, the fact that she had problems feeding, you know, it's not something that I'm looking forward to possibly having to go through with this baby. And so, you know, we pray every day that our baby goes to full 40, but the idea that she could be preterm, it's really, really hard.
Bottom line, the baby's best chances at a healthy start to life are going full term.